お疲れ様。
お疲れ様。
エキシビジョン、ボーガンエキシビジョン、とりあえずお疲れ様。乾杯。
乾
乾
杯。
杯。乾杯。
乾杯。
Surreal music.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's start my radio program. Talk it on my track. Today's the guest is Miko and Chris from Wakayama.
Yeah.
ね。
From Perth via Antwerp, Tokyo, Wakayama.
Antwerp and Tokyo. Perth,
No?
Antwerp, Tokyo, and Wakayama.
Yeah, yeah.
Now is Wakayama. でしたね. How was the exhibition this time?
Yeah, it was good, right? I mean, they're always good, but
Always good.
chill, but busy in the right way, I think. So,
This time was quite busy, right?
yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah, I mean,
Come.
yeah, constantly people coming through, which is nice. Like, but yeah, good momentum. Yeah.
あれ、new like inner or military jacket one. You know, like a new
ライナー
one.
ジャケット。
Oh, this. Yeah. So we experimented with some new techniques for this season, you know.
Oh.
So yeah, that was one of them. So we made a liner jacket.
Yeah.
Well, we made a M65 jacket.
Yeah.
Right. So M65 is kind of like a cultural icon in menswear. It became it was a functional garment like during the Vietnam and Korean War.
Yeah.
Then M65. The story is like some, I don't know, like a GI, like an American
Yeah.
American GI,
Yeah.
and John Lennon.
Oh.
They crossed paths in the airport,
Oh.
and at that time, like, this was like. So the common misconception is that the M65 jacket is from Vietnam War, but the one that Lennon's wearing is from the Korean War. But the GI is like, oh, John Lennon. So he's the army guy, right? Like fighting the war.
Yeah.
And John Lennon's like the hippie peace dude, But the army guy's like, John Lennon, you're the legend, Like, so he took the jacket off his back and gave to John Lennon, right? So John Lennon then started wearing this M65 jacket. So
Like it's the 70s.
yeah, it's around there. Yeah. So it's around era of Vietnam War. That's why everyone thinks it's like a Vietnam War thing. But yeah, it was coming back from Korean War. But so John Lennon started wearing this military jacket as a kind of counter-cultural symbol, wearing the army jacket as hippie revolution, So yeah, it has that
Then
iconography, right?
The people wear it as a like casual wear.
Yeah.
Oh,
So through that
wow.
influence,
I
so
didn't
then
know that.
army clothes became like a symbol for like kind of hippie movement,
Yeah.
So like, the image of like putting the flower in the rifle, right?
In the like a Woodstock festival.
Yeah,
or something.
this kind of thing. So like for a long time I wanted to make this M65 jacket. And it was up until this point that I couldn't figure out like a way to do it in the way that I wanted to do it. But this is the season before, we made an item which is like, the concept was from, how do you call it, like kintsugi? Which is like...
It's a gold thread.
Yeah.
Gold thread.
金継ぎ。
Oh, kintsugi.
金継ぎ。
Kintsugi,
そうそう。
How do I say in English? Like
金継ぎは金継ぎ。
Yeah, there's no word for it in English, right? Yeah. So it's kind of Japanese concept, right?
金継ぎはあれだよね。だから割れたセラミックのところに金の漆を塗ってつなぎ合わせて、だから割れたところがこう金でつなぎ合わせられるってやつ。
Yeah, so this is like the idea. It's kind of wabi-sabi thing, right? Like the cracked and broken, damaged thing is actually beautiful, So this concept I'm really into because I think it references very much humanity, I think it's kind of a cool thing, you know, like if something's broken, you fix it, and you don't have to be worried about like some past trauma or something, you know. You just like admit to yourself like, yeah, this happened, but it's made me who I am. Like it's cool, you know. So I like the visual form of that is kintsugi, right? Like it's incorporating this concept into some aesthetic form with the ceramics. So in this point you show the broken part is beautiful, right? So for ages I wanted to incorporate this idea into a fabric or into the collections. And it wasn't until I found some military pants, like from like an antique, not even antique, but like you know, like second hand or furugi. But the way it had faded was really beautiful, you know. Like it you know, rather than like denim or something, it was sort of exposing this like under layer, like this under thread or something like that, like a mesh. So I figured like, okay, that's really interesting. I want to investigate it further. So we took it to these kind of I don't know how you'd call it, like fabric scientists, you know?
なんか本当にその糸を顕微鏡じゃないや、なんだっけ、虫眼鏡みたいなのでこう見てああこれはね何と何との糸でどういう風に織られてるねとか、あ燃やしてみようかこの糸
You burn it?
Yeah, the reason's why, because you can smell it, right?
I like it.
To the smell you can kind of tell what material it might be, right? So for example, like natural materials usually burn with fire and synthetics usually melt. So that's one way is you burn the thread to see how it reacts, physically. Then you smell it, you know. So, but anyway, they sent it off for analyzing and worked out its composition and the weave structure.
どういう風な組織かその生地が、そうそう、そのヴィンテージだからどこにもどんな織り方してる、なんていうの。何の素材使われてるかあんま書かれてなくて、でそれをこう見てもらって、でその研究してるわけじゃない、ただのって言っちゃったテキスタイルのプロの人たちなんだけど、それでこう
textile geniuses, kind of like leaders in their field, you know.
でそれがどんな組織かっていうのをこう弾き出してくれて、OK じゃあそれをやろう。
Yeah. So
you choose the one way of that kind of.
Yeah, well, we analyzed the fabric, and then I had the idea like, what if we like change the color, you know, like what if we change it in a way that the color's gonna like emerge from the garment. So the concept was making this fabric that looks really like kind of boring.
Okay.
So on the surface, it's boring, could be anything, you know, like whatever. But over time, it fades and this gorgeous color emerges, you know. So all the cracks become gold. That was this idea. So mistakes are the beautiful thing, you know. And that's the idea through this garment. And then represented by the M65 situation with the military jacket and the whole history of like peace and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say within that garment, doing it in that way.
Okay.
So I don't know. This is one of the things we think about, you know, when we're making garments, like what it represents, you know.
Yeah, not so much people can notice the broken things is beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, like fast fashion, something broken that people throw away as soon as possible, and then get the new one and throw away. Very fast cycle in fashion. Mainstream? How do I say it? Mainstream fashion?
Kind of common culture, maybe. I don't know. Some mass thinking, maybe.
Yeah.
But I like basically I like second hand clothing and like my grandma's very chubby jacket, but it's sometimes cool.
Yeah. But why do you think that is? I wonder.
I don't know why.
Have you ever thought about like why your grandma's knit might feel cool or feel special, you know, that kind of thing. So
yeah, because the long used things has a long story, right? More than like people's life. Sometimes the things stay longer than human's life. So
yeah, I guess that's the kind of idea that we're
So
we're trying to take on with what we're doing with the brand.
Yeah.
Or I hate this word brand, but with the clothing, you know,
Yeah.
it's that this, like humans, we don't want it to last. We don't want it to last forever because nothing lasts forever, you know. So we started when we were doing this technique called dorozome, which is the mud dye.
Yeah.
So
Mud dye.
yeah. So you can explain the inspiration, right, Miko? Of mud dye, of like tsuchikaru umareta.
Inspiration of mud
Okay,
dye?
so there's this. So before I started the brand, I got approached by a guy that was like a gallery owner, you know. He was really excited because he had seen I had worked with textiles a bit in my collection, you know, before, and he was like, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna. He had all these connections with like all these small factories around Japan, and the current situation in Japan is that, you know, Japan is one of the places with, you know, the world's most extreme, beautiful, majestic fabric techniques, right? Like, because fabric weaving's been in this culture for hundreds, 1,000 years, something like that, you know. So it's really
like kimono.
Yeah, exactly. Right? It's like deep within the culture. Yeah. But over time, this kind of culture is getting lost. Yeah. So, you know, people, I mean, say it, I don't know, like fast fashion. I don't want to keep saying like fast fashion is the devil or something like that, but it's certainly changed people's perception about quality and about this, for example, the story behind fabrics or you know, culture in general. But anyway, this guy had all these connections with all these small factories around, you know, the countryside, all throughout Japan, right? Like many in Japan, the way it's structured is like different villages or different areas have specialize in different technique or different types of fabric. You know? This is a really cool thing. Like you're wearing the judogi, right? Like this kind of dogi. So this fabric sashiko is from the Tohoku region. You know? Sashiko. So that's where they, you know, weave this fabric. So
I bought like so Tohoku culture's second-hand shop in Utenji. It's very close, and then like so owner is so not so cool, but it's so interesting people. Like
Is that same shop? You got happy if it's Utenji?
Utenji.
He gathering like ancient.
I like it already.
There's like fabric or some bears. From woods. Like that. But with my friend, I went to there because it's interesting. And this is so cool, right?
Yeah.
It's
so
just 1,000 yen. It's real gold for me. Like bogans.
This is a real one. This is like jujitsu one, right?
Well, so Bogan's jacket represented that kind of mind. Yeah,
I mean, in the beginning, we were like the first collection was actually based on the dogi. Dogi as a symbol of kind of Eastern culture, meeting different examples of Western culture, like suiting or like lounge robes or like denim jackets, that kind of thing. So the first season was like a blend of those two ideas. So but what were we talking about?
Sometimes that happens.
Like the getting back to it is like the fabrics.
そのなんつうの、そのいろんな many places.
So Japan is special because it's got all these crazy fabrics, right? Like, so this guy, current situation is like fast fashion. You know, it's just cheap, mass-produced fabrics, right? Like huge companies, like making hundreds of thousands of meters of just, you know, fabric, but no story behind it. Whereas like Japan historically, it has like all these beautiful fabrics from all the regions, which are maybe like family-run businesses. You know, where like people have been doing it for like hundreds of years, you know, in their family. So it's like how they, you know, think of themselves. Their whole identity is involved in the fabric, right? You know, who they are as people, and it reflects to where they come from, all this kind of stuff, right? But because it's not getting ordered by the big companies. what's happening is the demand's decreasing, and then the young people, they don't want to take up the trade of their parents because the business is just like going lower and lower, worse every year. They're starting to struggle, this kind of thing. So like with that, when the younger generations don't take up the skills, you have like techniques that are hundreds of years old that just disappear like that, because maybe only 1 or 2 families used to do it. So this guy was kind of his idea, or which I really appreciated, and I think it's the same. Like we want to try and work with those fabrics and keep it alive, because that's where the quality is. It's that's what it is. So that's kind of our purpose as well, is to try and use really the best materials that have a story, that are produced in that way with love and care.
For me, I was born in Japan. I grew up in Tokyo as a Japanese. But the kind of that perception, I cannot notice that kind of perception from usual education, like in Japan. So I'm glad to hear that from you guys. Like,
I'm wondering if
私も全然だから、クリスと会うまでは、ファストファッションに対して疑問を持ってて、だからサステイナブルなファッションをやりたいと思ってロンドン行こうって決めて、だけどその時は日本のそういう産地に何かこう、なんていうの、こう個人経営でこうやってものづくりを本当真摯にやってる人たちがいて、そういう人たちをサポートするみたいな考え方とか、そういう生地こそ美しいとか、なんか天然染めがこんな違う種類あるとかあんま知らなくて、だからタイポンと一緒で、私も東京生まれ東京育ちだから、やっぱしかも日本人として日本にいるのに逆に知らないよね。だからこの外国からの目っていうのはすごいなんか勉強になるっていうなった。すごく、そこきっかけでいろいろ調べるようになって、私も今いろいろこう一緒に見つけてるけど、すごいだからそれは思う。
I think like refine still existed idea, refining the or like upgrading like exist idea is the most beautiful thing to like know or understand this fucking world, I guess. So you're like for us it's like alien can teach me like
for me I'm alien too, sometimes I feel like that.
Alien. Hey, you guys already have a good things,
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh really? Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's because it's also part of me trying to work out my own identity. Coming from Australia, it's a place that in one side it has very small history. On the other side, it's like the longest history that's ever existed. Like there's people there that have been there for 60,000 years or something like that. 60,000 years. Their culture, and they're surviving since then. So it's actually the oldest culture that's still alive. But at the same time, the modern culture is like just 100 or 200 years, and then that's what we kind of think of. So it's kind of taken over, and kind of trying to come to terms with that kind of duality, like the two sides. It's hard to think like what we identify as Australians, because a country like Japan or like in Europe or something, they have this very active understanding about what culture means, but in Australia we don't really think like that. Like we're not brought up like that. We have no idea what is Australian, for example. It's always a kind of strange thing that we try to discover or try to describe, but it's not. It's always something. We're always searching for it still. I feel. I see. So we don't know how to identify completely. So I always had this kind of issue. So in terms of investigating other cultures, it's almost like learning about myself. Because then I can look back at where I come from, and that space. I can then kind of like I can kind of hey. From exactly. Like I can kind of look back at where I come from and apply like some similar ideas and thought, that's what culture is, you know, like that's what it means, you know. So that's where then the creation begins, you know. Like
でも even as Japanese 同じなんかクリスはクリスでこうオーストラリアのカルチャーこうなんだってこう、このプロセスを経てもう一回こう振り返ってるけど、私もなんか日本のこういう産地とか技術とかこう見て、知らなかったみたいなの、こういう考え方ってこういうところから来てるんだみたいなの、やっぱそういうのを通して振り返ることができて、
すごいね。
なんかお勉強じゃないけどすごいなんかいろいろ学んでる。
And I think like in the modern world as well, maybe why it's become this kind of uneasiness about culture stuff is that I think like we're entering into this situation where more and more people can't just say that they are this culture, you know? I feel like everyone is searching for culture in some way. Like everyone is searching how to describe who they are as a person, you know? So I think there's lots of people from mixed backgrounds or people who've lived in different areas and they've like traveled, so maybe their way of thinking doesn't line up exactly with some stereotypical view, you know? And I think it's not you don't need to be ashamed of that, you know? That's something that is interesting, you know? So we want to explore this kind of idea, I think, you know? It's this kind of mix and match and, you know, like catch ball effect of thinking, you know, I think that's interesting, you know? So
but sometimes you look into yourself or your mind, it's kind of hard things for people, like, you know, like a deep down thinking, what is me, what is this world, what is happened to this space or something. It's too deeper sometimes, right?
Yeah, it can be scary now.
Like
if you realize like, oh shit, I've been doing that, like that's so embarrassing, or like, you know, I need to change, I need to up my game, I guess, you know, like, but you know, it's also about like accepting that, you know, unless you accept some weak point, like or you know, some embarrassing thing, how do you build, you know? And it's not always about building either. It's like it could just be some fun thing, like, you know. So it's, you know, I'm really into this kind of idea of like finding identity and, you know, like culture and that kind of thing. So, for example, our clothes is one of the concepts is, you know, we don't try and put personality on people with our clothes. You know, there might be other brands around that is doing that, like kind of, you know, if you wear this, you're gonna be cool or you're gonna look cool or sick or like whatever, you know, but I want to do it in more like a chill way, like just
that's nice,
you know, like you're already awesome, right? You're cool already, so you know, just we want to create the garments that allow you to be yourself, you know, just chill, feel good, you know, express yourself, right?
Express yourself,
like
this radio. So that's why that concept is very close from like born from dirt or mud, right? Like
so, this concept comes from this guy in Japan called Tatsumi Hijikata. He's kind of like the founder of a dance form called Buto.
Buto, like Buto, traditional Japanese dancing, right?
Buto
or fighting?
It's kind of modern traditional.
Modern traditional,
contemporary. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's traditional in the way that Akijimaro is now.
I know him, like skinhead guy.
Right? He was in like Kill Bill movie as a gangster, right? So, like he's like a cultural asset, living. I don't know how you call it, living cultural asset of Japan now. You know, this crazy guy, like. But so it's something that's obviously seen as value to conserve as some tradition, but ironically on the other side it's completely not traditional at all. Like it's all about like breaking barriers and like pushing things and like about this kind of like Zen world or whatever, you know. But anyway, there was the dude that made this was called Tatsumi Hijikata, right? And when he was interviewed, this is what age was this like? Do you remember?
何
Like
He's still living?
timeline
Of what?
of Hijikata when he was like most active.
Like
70s?
70s?
You did like
Close.
you studied it,
I
right?
forgot. もう死んで、もう亡くなってるもちろん。I forgot. Maybe 60s to 70s. 70s, I think.
Yeah.
He's
But-
like a
70s.
conceptor or like
Yeah,
なんかちょっといろいろ数字は覚えてないんだけど、
That's okay.
まあ当時の前衛芸術、
はあ。
まあ前衛芸術のこの波があった時の、
はいはいはい。
まあダンサーのうちのコンテンポラリーダンサーのうちの一人で、
はいはい。
彼はまあ当時こうまあ雑に言ってしまうと。まあ本当バレエの対極で、バレエはこう天井志向で、じゃあ指をこう伸ばして、まあ、手に高くジャンプしてつま先で立って、でそれが美しいじゃない、それにアンドゥトロアでこう型が全部決められてる、けども彼はまあ、当時ドイツ自由主義みたいな感じでこうドイツの方でもいろいろコンテンポラリーダンスがこうあって、そういう型にとらわれないような、まあ、そういうのにこう多分小さい頃から影響を受けてて、なんかちょっといろいろ話すとなんか合ってないこともあるからちょっとあんまり言いたくないんだけど合ってないことあるかもしれないんだけど、まあ、当時その日本の小学校でリトミックこうなんかやんなかったこういうのなんか123
やったね。機械体操みたいなやつね。
そうそうなんかそういうのとかこうわかんないけど、ちょっとドイツの表現主義自由主義にこう影響されたなんか動きが体育の授業とかで取り入れられてて、でそれにまあ影響されてもともとそういうのをやってたんだけども、で自己流でそれをこうアレンジして、なんか日本のこう農民のこう
田植えのこのね、
田植えのこのそう動きとかでがこう猫背じゃん。
美しいみたいな。
そうそう猫背でガニ股でこう田植えする。なんかそれがすごくそれこそ人間が必死に生きる姿、それこそ美しいって思って、
まあその I got the goosebumps. I don't know why.
そうそうそれがなんかそうそうそれこそ美しいから、まあ、その形をこう動きに取り入れたりとか、なんかなんだっけ舞踏とは突っ立った死体みたいなとかその死にゆくそのなんていうの、まあ、要は人ってやっぱり老いていく、でもそれこそ美しい、なんかバレエダンサーだったら多分バレリーナってすごく若くてなんかフレッシュな人しかこう活躍できないみたいなのあるけど、なんか舞踏ダンサーは
三角形の世界だよね。
そう
そのトップがいてなんかそれに連なっていくみたいなイメージだけどね、バレエは。そうその逆でなんかおばあさんみたいなその人がこうガニ股でこう立って例えばじゃあこう震えてるだけでもそれがもうその姿こそがもう必死に生きてそうもう性だよね、このこう出てて美しいみたいな。そうだから要はその天井志向に対してもっと地に足ついてこう必死に生きてる姿こそ美しいっていう動きをこう体で表現したっていう方で、まあ70年代だと思うんだけど活躍して。 So you guys inspired from that person 土方さん 's concept 感じ、そのYou are already beautiful みたいな。
そうその通り。なんかもうそのままの姿こそ美しいし、こう老いていくこうエイジしていく。それが人間のなんていうかネイチャーじゃん。
経年変化ってやつ。
人間のネイチャーじゃん、老いていくのは。だからそれのまま受け入れようよみたいな。無理して形に当てはめて格好つけるんじゃなくて、そのままでかっこいいじゃんみたいな。
That's cool. These days I love to like look like a little bit mature woman. Before like I like
You say macho?
A little bit mature. Mature, sorry.
何の話？
ちょっと aged woman like
ちょっとエイジドビーフみたいなノリで言ってるけど。
But I won't understand that goodness, right? So before like maybe I was too infected from like media とか SNS とか But in real world sometimes aged woman is very pretty. Yeah, in my opinion. Yeah.
It's not wrong, right?
Yeah, it's not wrong. Yeah.
It's like wine.
Yeah. It's like why?
Is that right word? Saying aged woman?
Aged woman.
It's like aged beef.
I like it.
I don't know how to.
味が出た女性って感じ。
Yeah, like mature. I don't
Yeah,
know.
mature. Or how do I
It's
say? But
yeah. It's always I don't know. It's always like something in culture that's I don't know what that is. Like this kind of Christmas cake thing, right? Like it's so dumb. Like so dumb. Like
ね。
I think experience makes people beautiful, right? Like it's what makes people beautiful is not always about how much you conform to some social ideal, you know, like some perfect proportion, like you need to be like 6 foot something and perfectly balanced or something like that. I don't think that is equating to beautiful. I think it's just as much to do with like mentality in the mind, you know, because you could see like someone that looks so beautiful, you know, like from a magazine, and you talk to them and they're just like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, like, have you spoken to anyone other than yourself? Yeah. You know? So I think for me, it's like that. Like, experience can, you know, like the cracks, you know, like it can make people beautiful, right?
But when and how you know, find that kind of idea of yourself, you know? For me, I everyday jerk off from like, you know, like pretty like erotic books from it's kind of mass culture in like you know, so I cannot notice in that kind of thing in my young age, but I want to know how you reach that kind of yourself, you know.
I don't know if I can explain this without getting my wife angry with me.
Yeah.
But
No fight today, so
yeah.
you can go for it.
Yeah.
I don't know, like for me, it's like scientific method, right?
Oh yeah.
So you got to test. You got to test a lot, you know. So you have to have like a big sample size to work out, you know, what's good, what's not. So, you know, just going into it. I mean, me for relationships, like I was kind of open-minded for that. Like just try a lot and see what works, see what doesn't. You know, I'm not one for relationship advice or something like that. I don't know, but I don't know, trying lots of different things. So, old or young, for me, it didn't matter. Just what can I learn? What can I experience? It was really interesting, I think, particularly, you know, that kind of stuff. You know, I don't know. I don't want to say something that gets me in trouble. So, yeah, but I can't talk about like jacking off or something.
But yeah, I don't know why, but I can understand now you guys feeling. The like broken things is beautiful, or like or aged woman is beautiful. Sorry, it's my opinion.
I keep picturing like this woman that's like made of like tree bark. Every time you say like aged woman, like
Yeah. すごいなんかね、エイジドビーフ的なね。
そう。Yeah.
But
like, what's this image?
熟成した女性みたいな。
Yeah. Like,
うまみつな。
how you say like パリパリする?
But on the other hand, some very old guy wearing like clothings for only old guys fashion, like you know, like 巣鴨の like 結構 there's so many shops for only old people in Japan, right? And then some guys, maybe he bought the old clothings from that shop, but it looks very cool sometimes. So I take a photo, I put the Instagram on his fashion, and then I like 比べるなんて言うんだっけ?
Compare?
Yeah, compare.
I compare the old guys' fashion and the young people's fashion. Old guys' fashion is cool than young people's one. So
I remember you wear some shoes from old guys shop.
That's so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same. I think the very similar concept. maybe too.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's an example of like young or old doesn't determine beauty, right? But maybe if someone picks out some shoes that everyone think is like chodasai or something, but someone wears it in a nice way, then like that's cool. You know, if it express your personal taste or something, right? I think it's like expression, you know, like if you the closer you can get to who you really are as a person is kind of, I don't know, for me it's kind of the definition of like coolness. You know, like the more honest you can be to like what you strive for, who you are, or like even if you don't have that kind of opinion, you know, just kind of admitting that, like, you know, I don't fucking know, you know, like that's cool too, right? Like I don't know. How do you think?
何がとか言った
聞いてた？
聞いてるけど
どうでもいい？
違う聞いてるけど
Please don't fight on my radio.
How do you think about what?
わかんない。
何に対して
Like what is, I don't know, like what
Okay, anyway, then.
old people wearing young clothes, young people wearing old clothes, I don't know, whatever.
いいじゃん
Okay,
いいおしゃれだと思う。私も母親が昔若い頃に着てた服とか着るし、なんか
Old people with rollerblades would be pretty weird though, like with one of these like baseball caps and stuff.
そんなのいる？
いるじゃない？
本当？
たまにいる。
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway.
Okay, then I have one question. Please say each other partners like broken part and beautiful part, you know?
Broken part and beautiful part.
Sorry, sorry, I'm not good at the fluent English.
好きなとこ嫌いなとこ
Yeah, like that, yeah. Broken part, but beautiful part. It's a difficult question.
I can say something about him. なんで broken but beautiful, right? It's positive.
No, you say like kind of 最低 and 最高でしょ
Yeah, but it's like the same time, right?
It's same
at
time?
the same time.
Okay.
It's difficult.
So it means like kind of good thing.
It's like reverse.
I'm not gonna nag you.
If you guys don't fight,
yeah.
please say yeah, please.
Okay, I have to think about that. In general, I really love Miko's everything about her, like her personality, everything. Like, I think the way she thinks is so interesting. Like sometimes I want to open up her brain and just analyze
Twisted
it.
brain.
Yeah, just like see these like see the gears working. You know, like I remember when we first met, we were talking and I think I said something, but it was kind of strange conceptual thing that maybe even I didn't understand at the time. And she sort of like did this double take, like, what's going on? Like, because she was like trying to analyze like how it fits together. But I could see her brain like kind of working in that way, like all the gears turning, you know. And what I like about her is she often like, you know, me, I'm more, I don't know, I'm quite instinctual. Like I just talk shit like straight away if I like feel something. But with her, she's sort of like calculates it. You know, it's like.
That's what you call me, robot, right?
Yeah. It's like.
Okay.
It's like beep bop beep bop beep bop beep bop, and then like boom, then comes the answer. But it's always like, I don't know, on point. You know. So.
That's cool.
I like that about her, yeah.
But it's sometimes like a broken machine.
Broken machine is like, I don't know, it's like she's very passionate.
Okay.
Which is like, again, it's like a good thing, but it's a bad thing as well. But I don't know, I like it. It's like a fire because if you get too close to a fire, you get burnt. But you need fire for warmth, right? So
that example is so vulgar.
いいね
But yeah, it's like that.
I can't say this kind of romantic thing. どうしよ
Because she's more realistic.
うもう I'm robot, so あれね、なんだろう、私はクリスのすごいところはめっちゃこだわりが強いところで、そのこだわりがなんか一般的に考えられてることとかけ離れすぎてて、最初聞くと何考えてんのとかそれ無理だよ普通とか、そんなこと言ったらなんかこう思われるよとか でもいや俺気にしねえし I don't care みたいな、なんか俺はこれしたいんだよみたいな、でも言ってることは正しいと思うし、だからそれを make it happen するために、私はもう全力尽くしみたいな感じだから、なんかまあこだわりが強いイコール、まあ悪い言い方するとめんどくさいやつじゃんそうだねだけどそこがすごいと思う。だからこう個性があるとか普通の人がやらないことをこう、まあ、ブランドもそうだけどこう表現できるし、なんかそれはすごいやっぱ尊敬してるところかな。
Beautiful, man. It's like ちょっと relationship between doctor and the patients, or like or like
It could be, yeah.
or like
You need to fix me, right? Shit.
yeah, like an artist and designer とかなんか結構 yeah, and then boys and girls みたいな、
なんかいいコンビネーションだって自分たちもよく思ってる。彼が言うにはでも私は女バージョンの俺だってよく言う right?
Yeah.
So interesting.
でもそんな私こだわりないからよくわかんないけどあるのかもしれない彼からしてみたら。
なるほどね。
Like maybe our experiences or how we grew up is kind of shape this a little bit different, but generally on the way we think is quite similar. Like often we come to the same conclusion.
Yeah, that's
you know?
Interesting.
Or we think the same thing, like
そうだね。
strangely. You know, I say something, she's like, I was just thinking the exact same thing. Or like the reverse, you know, she just says something, it's like, are you serious? Like that's exactly what I was starting to do, or like, you know, it's weird, yeah.
Same concept but different expression みたいな感じ。
の時もあるし、全く同じことも結構多いし、タイミングも一緒すぎて怖い時がある。私が今口開こうとした瞬間に同じこと言ってたりとか、すごくある。
Even some dumb shit like, oh, I was thinking of eating this. Like a specific thing though, right?
なんか全然ほんと六本木とか行かないけど、when we went to 六本木, right? Get off 六本木 then for なんか we just walking randomly then I said like I wanna eat some burrito 超スペシフィックじゃんブリトー食べたい。そしたらクリスもその時俺も今ブリトー食べたいって言おうとしたとこだったんだよみたいなとか、なんかどうでもいいこととか食べ物とかだとよくあるかもしれないけど、なんかまあそういうレベルのくだらないことから、もう本当になんかブランドのことでやろうと思ってたこととか、なんか結構いつもこうバチバチに合うからすごいなと思う。
But I mean, like, yeah, it happens in work as well. It happens in life. Like maybe we notice like the same thing, like a shadow like twisting a certain way, or like you know some leaf or some bug or something. It just reminded me of that. Yeah, the same. Like what? You know.
So sometimes, when I think about bad thing, it means maybe he thinks same thing. So I don't say that bad thing. So I know it's gonna be fine. So I don't say so とか。そうそう悪いことも同じ多分時に考えてると思う。
Interesting. On the other hands, you guys sometimes fighting, right? Of course.
Oh, I love it.
It's kind of like 毎日のことだからね。
Yeah.
You guys think it's because of like you guys' mind is kind of similar, or
I think like we both don't want to back down, right? Like
バックダウンって何？
なんていうの？How do you say like I don't want to give up? I don't want to be lose the
譲れない。
conceptual
しない。
argument because it's always some conceptual thing, right?
Yeah.
Like some hypothetical thing, like
そうそう。
so it's like kind of battle, like it's always some battle of like way of thinking, but it's like we have. It's like if I was fighting against like woman version of myself, I feel like so it's really hard. Like so yeah, I don't know.
そうだね。
But yeah. Miko always meets me at the same level, right? So like some I win, but maybe majority I lose. I don't know. Or it's equal, right?
Yeah.
結局どっちも譲らないから引き分けが多いね。
Yeah.
そう。
It's interesting.
It's like I think I don't know. Like it's not the balance. Like one is super chill and one is super aggressive. We both have that kind of element.
Yeah.
Right. And we get fired up about the same kind of things, I think, as well. So something that would upset me upsets Miko, right? Something that inspires Miko inspires me, like you know.
Yeah,
but maybe I don't know.
That case perhaps happened from you guys location みたいなところあるのか。まあ you guys live in like 和歌山はthere's not so much people than Tokyo, right? So 結構 you guys spend a lot of time only you guys only two. So
I think even before that though, because like when I first met Miko, I felt like it's really like it's finally someone that can kind of, how do you say, like have the answer for I don't know, like some crazy concept I saying out, then she has some reaction to it, you know, like has something she want to say on it, you know, and up till that point it was pretty rare, like you know, so I really like that kind of mental conversation. You know?
多分ファイトって言ってるけどファイトじゃないのかも。もしかしたら rather than fight, maybe kind of
yeah, often it's about like values or like right?
Conversation in a bit aggressive tone.
yeah. I think we're both quite direct with how we communicate with each other, you know?
Yeah, sometimes we walk down the beach and have that conversation in really like chill situation, but talk really like 超熱いこととか。まあその質問で言うとSo because we are living by two of us, that's why we often fight. But maybe
yeah, I mean, yeah, we are living and working together. Like every day we spend together.
だからまあそれはそうだと思うな。でもファイトって思ってないからなんか別にだから
The important thing for me is like when we fight that through the fight we resolve the issue. So we reach a conclusion at the end of the fight. Maybe this is like where we have two sides, maybe like some animal and human side. Like one is like robotic and one is like animal, like, you know, instinct and desire is one side and like calculation and logic is the other side, right? And we both have this conversation. We both have this combination. And when we meet and that, you know, when we have the opposing ideas at the beginning, that's when we have the fight. But through the fight, we try and get it to a point that there is some mutual feeling at the end. You know, we're like, okay, I understand where you're coming from, and you know, you understand where I'm coming from. So we're gonna go like that. We're gonna go like this, and we kind of both agree on that. But you know, to get there is not always like silky smooth, right? Like it's pretty like it's very intense. Like the fire goes up, but you know, then we build on it. You know, then we agree with that, and then we move forward, right? And then that fight doesn't happen again. You know, because we've already discussed it.
Yeah.
You know, so we try and build that way, right? Like conversation is so important.
Yeah, I think so. And then in creative way, you guys' relationship is, I think, very new, and then it's gonna be more important, I guess, because I'm creative, and then sometimes the creation finished only like email to call, like a digital conversation way, but you guys like be together all the time, and then like now you guys have like a non-verbal communication, like, you know, like you can understand deeply each other, right? So I think
I don't know, for example, when we're working together, we have different opinion about some creative element, right? Like what we should create to, I don't know, perform some task or whatever. Maybe Miko has a different opinion from me, so I want to hear it. You know, like how should we do it? And in a way, like that same kind of communication is very important when we're designing. You know, when we design the collection, that's also this kind of thing. Like it's like fighting, but through creation. And it's not even fighting most of the time, right? Like it's just very natural. Like in a way, like for me, I'm not. I always like feel like my natural language is not spoken. Like it's something, you know, I have
hard to express in verbal.
Yeah, I mean, I have very small ears, right? So I'm not good at hearing. I have a small mouth. I'm not good at talking. But I have good eyes and I have good hands. You know, like I feel like that's my natural gift. So I can see things that maybe other people wouldn't notice. You know, like, and I look into things quite deeply. And then I like to train my hands, and I always like to be doing something. So that's my form of communication, and I feel like the visual medium or creative medium is how I talk. You know, it's like like I don't know, like you said before, like when an alien comes to Earth, they have to understand how to communicate. So I've communicated on a almost like a superficial level. I've learned how to talk and write, but it's not natural to me. Like if it was like a perfect world, I would never have learned to read or write. You know. Everything would just be through some creating some visual medium, right? So like to this day I can't do maths, you know. I don't know what today, I don't know what day it is today. You know.
Valentine Day. No, sorry.
That was
sorry.
when
ここも同じのがいる。怖い。
Yeah. I don't know, like but I it's like over time just like working that out and said, okay, it's not my strong point, like you know, just going full into it. I don't know. You I think Miko also have this kind of personality where it's really particular in a way, you know? How do you feel?
何
Maybe not.
私のギフトどういうことどういう私の強みってこと My strength ってこと
I don't know if it's strength or weakness what I just said, but yeah, I don't know. Just talking about like communication, like I've kind of like learned to talk, but Betsy, I don't need to talk.
I mean, in creative way, you guys like deeply maybe mind or subconsciously understanding each other, and plus you guys can have a real conversation だし、in like a country life なんか you guys spend a lot of time like 散歩 dogs とか、あと you know like eating deer from like hunting とか、まあanother lifetimes are also creation, right? So you guys has a lot of time to only two you guys so I can't imagine でしょ。
それをするのが信じられない。
Then on that weight of life and creation can make more pure like and more deeply conceptual thing like Bogan. So that's why I think it's cool. So yeah. But I can imagine. So please tell me like a good point of the Wakayama. どこだっけ？
白浜ね。
白浜。
Because Miko grew up in Tokyo, right? It's like
そうそう
megalopolis.
Yes,
like
city girl, right?
Super city. And
そうそう
then
初めて会った時シティガールだったかなわかんない。そうかな。
She's city
yeah,
girl,
like a business woman,
Yeah.
you know?
そうそう。
Like yeah, just like this power packet.
そう、でも実は密かに私その時は、関東って考えてたから、鎌倉の古民家とか移住したいなとかすごい思ってて、でも、まさかそれがこんな早い時期に来るとは思ってなかったから、ある意味
You made it happen though.
ね、実はね
すごいね。
実はね
すごいわ。
なんか
It wasn't my idea actually. I had it in the back burner, but you kind of made it reality, right?
そうきっかけは白浜ってところのきっかけは普通に私その時はまだサラリーマンしてて、でもちょっと仕事終わったとも手伝ってたんだけど、
デジタルマーケターだったんだっけ？あれ？
そんな感じ？そう
そんな
マーケティング、
そんな感じですよね。
テレビ CM とか作ったよね。
わ
帰ってきた後にこうクリスがその時が頑張ってて、でなんかもう本当に疲れ切ってて、なんかもう俺こんな都内の その時代々木原住んでて、
住んでた。
そうなんかいやもうこんな都内にのなんかグレーのビルに囲まれて俺は何してんだ、なんか海が見たい恋しいって言い出したから、じゃあちょうどゴールデンウィークとかで、じゃあ海行こうよみたいな。でそうでも本州で綺麗な海なんてあるのって言ったから、なぜか知らないけど白浜って白砂のビーチが有名って知ってて、で調べたら新幹線で行けたからで行ってみて、そしたらめっちゃまあ白砂にこう透き通るブルーの海がバーッとなって
いいっすね。
でそれをこうまあ2人で行ってこう見てたらなんかめちゃくちゃ懐かしい気持ちになるってクリスが言い出して。
パース has an ocean? Sorry, I can.
パースはもう海めっちゃ綺麗。
そうか、
Yeah.
surfers ね。
そうそうそう。
Like I grew up near the beach, basically.
はい。
クリスの家本当に海のそばで、なんか本当に毎日海に行ってた。でその気持ちはなんかオーストラリア行ってからすごい分かったんだけど、まあ anyway それで白浜に行ったら懐かしい気持ちになるって言い出して、でなんかこの人何でも調べるから、携帯でこう Google で白浜ってこうなんか白浜を Google マップで見出して、目の前に海あるのに、で見てたらなんかこれ、アーティフィシャルシェイプじゃないって言い出して、でウィキペディアで白浜って調べたら1989年から彼の生まれ故郷のパースからその白砂を輸入して今そこに敷き詰めてたっていう。だから懐かしいって気持ちは
マジで
もうドンピシャだったっていう。
それやばくないその話。
そう怖くない？
パースの砂なの？
そう昔は本当にナチュラルな白砂がパーってそれでシリカとか取れるからガラスをこう作るので有名だったんだけど、取られちゃったのかな、なんかわかんないけど、なんか波の影響なのかでどんどんなくなったから、こう観光としてこう保つために白砂を輸入して、だから今でも夏が終わるとなんか黒い袋に砂詰めて山に持って帰ってその白砂をこう保存しようみたいな。でまた夏になるとまた持ってきてパーやって。
そうちょっとスピリチュアルトーキングだね。
でしょ？びっくりして。
すごいね。そ
れで運命を感じて忘れられなくて。
Yeah, it's transported on the year that Miko was born as well.
そうそう89年生まれだから私。
それもそうか。
そうでなんか運命を感じたんで。
I mean maybe it's just making some connections from the ether, but yeah, the facts is there. So yeah, it was cool.
Japan and Australia was the same timeline.
Yeah.
It's interesting too.
Yeah.
I've been to Gold Coast だけど結構another country's ocean is entirely different だけどI feel like ちょっと落ち着く relax I can very chill
yeah
basically なんかso Australia's country's mind っていうかI don't know なんか I like it too.
Yeah, I think like I don't know, like for Australians, you know, things like the bush, you know, like the forest or something is so important. You know, it's like part of our like kind of thinking like countryside as well. But like at the same time, most of the major cities are on the coastline, like near the beach. So like beach has become like synonymous, like it's part of Australian thinking of how to live, and lifestyle is all about being close to the beach, being close to nature and being in touch with, you know, that kind of thing. Like looking out into the coastline, like where, you know, like it flattens out in the horizon.
Yeah.
It's like this power spot, right?
Yeah.
Like where just like almost like when you look up into the sky and like looking at the stars, it's like the universe opens up, right? So like even during the day you like walk down to the beach and you see this like horizon line, and it's just like that's possibility, like anything's there, like every, you know, like what's on the other side, you know, it's like what it, like it, you know, if I'm standing on the beach in Wakayama, I'm like, you know, what are they doing? Like if I had this like eagle view that could just go forever, like what are they doing right now in like Indonesia, or like what are they doing in like, I don't know, some French beach, or like what are they doing in Africa right now? Like, you know, it's all connected. So I don't know, it's like, I don't know, I like that. You know, I like that freedom of just, it's like a clarity, like when you look at the horizon, things are good in a way. Like, you know, like you can like be calm. You know, there's not, and like, you know, there's not so many things that are like entering into your thoughts. You know, it's a good place to just like meditate and like take in the nature and just let your mind kind of like open up into to receive like influences, right?
When I first time I studied English in junior high school, I put some words on the toilet. The first word is horizon.
Horizon? That's
I don't know why.
おしゃれ。
It's結構cool.
おしゃれだね。
Sounds cool, right?
No, horizon.
Horizon.
音な。
Yeah,
音ね。
Sounds so like
horizon, yeah. It's
Horizon
like hair has that same like hair, right? Like this kind of like flatness, you know?
平ら
Yeah,
のこと
yeah. 平和の感じでしょ?
あ、平和の、水平の平。
So some kind of flatness is like peace, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like kind of good vibes also can be this kind of like flatness, right?
Nature gives me always like a flat mind っていうか、because nature always changing だけど changing is flat みたいな It's kind of paradox,
Yeah.
I feel like that
わかる。なんか田舎って言ってもまあ田舎か、こう引っ越して、なんか自分何もしなくても自然はこうどんどん表情をこう変えていくとのを見て、なんだろう、なんかこれが数億年もこう続いてきたんだって思うと
やばいよね。
やばってなる。
であれなんでそのまあ俺はその日本のジャパニーズウォーマンズなんですか OL さんとか、まあ OL だったわけじゃん。特に
ね、そうだね。
やけどなかなかなんかそういう風にこうまあたまにこう田舎暮らしとか取り上げられるようになってきたけど、あんまりそれ踏み出せる人いないっていうか、逆にまあ東京でも友達いるし、
その時はなんでってこと？
そうなんかすごいそのまあ必然的なんだけど、なんか very important sample of human to the alien って感じ、なんかそのって感じだ。なんかすごい面白いっていうか
ね、エイリアンに選んでもらえるかな。
いや多分大丈夫そうしかも I wanna go soon、
来なよ。
いつでも welcome だよ。
そうそう。
I saw the picture of the blood of deer just hunted.
Yeah.
That spreads through the iPhone だけど、it's still so beautiful red でしょ。So I wanna see that red. なんか
ね。
Yeah. How do you think about like?
I never seen.
For me, it was like first time to see the animal like cut into pieces, which is what happens, you know, when we eat meat, right?
Yeah.
But I felt like what's strange is when you see it on the screen, like phone screen, it's much more intense in bad way. Like it's much more shocking.
画面上の方が
グラフィック
そうグロい。
Maybe because like there's a barrier between what you're seeing and what's, you know, where you are as a person and what you're seeing. There's a barrier, so it kind of creates this thing where I don't know. It's like there's a kind of blindness in a way.
Blindness in a way, yeah.
You know, like because you don't know the whole story.
Yeah.
You're trying to make sense of this tiny little caption you're looking at. But the strange thing is like when we went to see in real, like with our own eyes, at that time I didn't feel like any strangeness or anything scary. Just like
Accepting
kind of
what's happening.
Yeah, like this is kind of life, you know, like this is like human nature, or this is what we do, you know.
なんかパフォーマンス的な感じでも逆になくて、
そうだよね。
なんかこれが私たちが普段行ってる行為のなんか上流じゃないけど最初に起きてることで、なんかそれを受け入れたって感じ。なんか肉ってこういうお尻のここについてるものを私たちこう お皿の上に綺麗に並べてインスタグラムの写真とか撮ってるんだみたいななんか本当にこう首切って血抜いて皮剥いで、ロースって肩ロースはここみたいな感じでブーって普通に顔もまだついてるんだけど、そのままもう撮って。
それをスッと受け入れれた。
そう受け入れられたの。なんかグロテスクじゃなかったしかわいそうとかでもなかったし、その時は本当にありのままに
いただきます。
いただきます。なんかそうね、まだね、なんか受け取ったお肉まだ温かくて。
Well, we're still processing it when we're watching,
so
we didn't have this feeling yet, but unless I'm mistaken, but yeah, we're just kind of observing what's happening, you know, but like, I don't know, maybe some science brain turns on, right? And like, okay, so that's how it's done.
そうかも。
なるほどね。
なんか怖いこと言うと、なんかどんな生き物もこんな風に切れば肉って取れるんだみたいな、そう勉強的な。
Yeah.
結構その these days はその reality sometimes hidden っていうか。
そうね。
その I don't know the process of the meat.
Yeah, exactly. For me, that's exactly the point. Like, I wanted to see like where is it coming from? Because I've never had that. I've never had that reality. I've never been able to experience that to see like where food comes from, right? But I really wanted to know, you know.
なんか今のちっちゃい子ってお魚の形は切り身の形だと思って切り身が中で泳いでると思ってるらしい。
マジで
You know the packaged fish which is already pre-cut. So small kids think like that one is
fish.
Yeah, that is
Yeah, it's
swimming.
possible, right?
でもありえるよね、確かに見てなかったら。ね、だからまあすごくそれは現実を見て、まあいい経験だったね。
Yeah, it was good. Like then we were eating deer meat for the next couple of months, you know. But what was strange, what happened is like once witnessing that, then it's kind of inputs into your brain, right? Like Miko said, like you start to know like how you can disassemble, cut the living once living thing to become food, right? So that information's now in your brain, so it's there, it's kind of logged in. Then you start to realize like when everything you're looking at, like every living organism, you think the same thing, like, oh, if I'm gonna like kill something, I already know how to cut it up. So then this kind of idea starts to coming in. So like
after watching it ね、結構しばらくしてから思うようになってきて。
Yeah, but it's kind of reality, but it's, I don't know, like for example, like Miko like felt like she wanted to stop eating meat recently, right?
Really?
Yeah.
それはベジタリアン、ビーガン。
なんかベジタリアンでもビーガンでもないんだけど、まあ振られたから話すとまあその時は受け入れてたんだよね。ありがとうと思って食べてたの。だけど今犬飼ってるじゃん。犬がどんどん大きくなって、
This cute little puppy, right?
そう可愛い。
コニャックね。
そうコニャックね。で私犬飼ったことなかったから、なんか動物にこう感情があるってあんま知らなくて、なんかすごいだから今はなんかコニャックその犬の感情とか分かるようになって、でコニャックが寝てたらあ鹿もと同じみたいに別に思わないけど、コニャックだってこう切ったらここにお肉があってっていうのがもう分かっちゃう。で体の形がね似てるから鹿と。でなんかあの鹿はもしかしたらもう見た時は罠に捕らえられて死んでたけど、なんかどんな感情があったんだろうとか、でそれが顕著に思ったのが年末にクリスの実家オーストラリアに行った時にエコファームにステイしたの。
エコファーム
なんかそうまあ本当は別にそれ目的で泊まったわけじゃなくて、目的地があって、でもホリデーエリアだからどこも埋まってて、そのエコファームっていうとこしか、でも興味あったからパーマカルチャーって知ってる？
わかる。
パーマカルチャーとかをやってる そのお家で、その家も彼女たち彼らで建てられた家で。
Maybe you should explain permaculture for people.
でも私もそのパーマカルチャーちゃんと説明できるかわかんないもん。
Permaculture is like I don't know. I have very limited understanding about
そう
this.
だからまあ言ってもまあいいや。
My very limited understanding is that it's something that's kind of started in Australia and Japan, like kind of cross-linking.
タスマニアとオーストラリアの人が日本の農業の仕方からこう学んで、それをタスマニアの人が学術的に体系化してこうやり方としてこう編み出したのがパーマカルチャー。まあそんな感じ。まあ簡単に言うと、まあ要はその循環型。
日本がルーツなの。
日本がルーツなんだって、right？
Yeah.
ね。そうで、私なんか会社辞めるときパーマカルチャーの本もらって、まあちょこっと読んだんだけど、まあそれ簡単に言うと本当にまあ循環型、まあサステナブルだよね。自分たちの中でこう完結する。だから例えばまあ野菜はその季節にまあ通年取れるように。こう畑をこう作るときに、まあ、例えば今だったらキャベツだけの畑とかイチゴだけの畑とかあるけど、それをまあ季節その全てで取れるようにこう配置して、でそのなんか置き方もちょっと分かんないんだけど、まあうまいことこう順番をこう決めるといい感じに
芋作みたいな
多分、でなんかそのじゃあ耕す作業大変じゃん、でもそれをあんまりこう手つけずにそのまま自然のままでこうやってもらえるために、例えばチキンを放し飼いしとくと、まあ、フリーレンジチキンだよね。フリーレンジチキンがこう足でパンパン耕してくれて、
砂かけたり、
そうその鳥の糞って有名な肥料、まあ有名っていうか、まあ、よく肥料なんだけど、もう勝手にうんちしてくれたらそれが肥料になってっていうこう循環型。例えば水の位置とかもなんか上からこう水が流れてきて畑に自然に水が行くとか、まあそういうのもこういろいろこう考えて作って、もう自分が手をつけなくてもこう循環して勝手にできてくれるみたいな、いつも食べるものがあるみたいな、まあそういうことをやってる、なんつうの、やり方として体系づけるのがパーマカルチャーみたいで、まあそのパーマカルチャーをやってるイコファームっていう名前をつけたそのお家があって、で彼女たちは牛とかロバとか馬とか牧場にこう飼ってて、エミューとかバンバンこう歩いてて、でなんか彼女にとってはロバとかはまあ友達で、まあ、牛は最終的にはお肉として売っちゃうみたいなんだけど、まあ、馬とかも彼女のペットじゃないんだけど、まあ、友達みたいな感じで、私別にロバとか触ったことないし見たこともなかったから、どんなもんだろうと思ったら。
But she knows Japanese people sometimes eat horse.
あ、そうねだからそれをなんか間近で見て、ないいよ。
Also a cow, it's same, no? Like we also saw the cow, like wagyu, and when you look into their eyes, like they're so pure.
可愛い。
They don't judge at all, right? Like their eyes is just like innocent baby, right?
Yeah.
Like it's beautiful. They have beautiful eyes.
Yeah.
You know, like in India, they worship cows for that, right? Like it's so pure, right? So that's like
vehicle of God, みたいな cow.
Yeah. It's like exactly like a symbol of purity. So it's like kind of this. I mean, even in Japan, it's like Buddhism, right? So it's kind of like come from this kind of way of thinking, but you can see it. Like if you're looking at cows' eyes, like they're kind of dumb, but they're beautiful as well in that case, right?
まあそれでまあ簡潔に言うと、動物たちの感情をそれで知り、ロバとか馬とか牛とか、なんかそれでなんか犬も飼ってるから、なんか、まあ、これをなんていうの、特に日本なんて本当に狭いところにこう詰め込んで、でなんか生まれた時から肉のためにこう育てられて、お散歩なんて、お散歩って変だけどこうその人たちの家みたいに自然に歩き回れるっていうのないし、なんかかわいそうじゃないけど怖くなっちゃって、それで肉をスーパーで見た時にそれがどうやって切られてるかとかも知ってるから怖くなっちゃって、 まあ避けてたってだけなんだけど、だからベジタリアンとかビーガンじゃないし、なんか特に会食の席でお肉が出されたら、お肉私食べないからオーダーしないとかやりたくないし、出されたら食べることも食べるけど、
結構人間も分かるのそれ、あこの人の肉美味しそうみたいな。
それはないかな。
Apparently, one of my friends was telling me like, according to cannibals, Japanese are the most 美味しい肉。
嘘。なんで
Yeah. I don't know, because the diet's good, like fish and veggies.
バランス的にね。
バランス的な、なんか考えると、how do you say, like, カニバルが日本人が美味しいらしい。
へ
てか、ミコは結構俺今思ったけど、そのなんかやっぱ話すのがすごい、そのラジオのパーソナリティ、俺がゲストかと思っちゃってた今。
なんで？
なんかなんて言うんだろう。なんつうのその。いやパーソナリティになった方がいい。俺の番組なのかなってか今思っちゃってた。
ごめん、なんか喋りすぎたかな。ごめん。い
やなんかすげえ。あでもそうか CM とか作ってたからなのかな。
何がそう思わせたのか知りたい逆に。
そのクリスの話を途中で遮る感じとか。
ごめん。
ちゃんと次にリプロデュースするみたいな感じ。なんかすげえしかも自然にスッとこう。俺結構聞き入っちゃってみたいになってそれはなんか just perception って感じなんだけど、その切り盛りっていうのかなんかそういうのすごい
いいことなのかな。それはいいこととして捉えていいんだったらいいけど
いいことじゃね。It's just good. Yeah, that's good. まあ anyway then まあそうだね。So you guys have like next idea of creation if you can leak
just finished or maybe not finished yet, so haven't think about it, right? この後またパリ行くのね、27から
何しに行くの？
また展示、ウィメンズウィークだから。
そういうこと？
パリで
ウィメンズウィークっていうその
そうそう、ファッションウィーク、
ファッションウィーク、
メンズのファッションウィークがあって、ウィメンズのファッションウィークがあって、それは別の時期にあって、でもクリスちょっとあるんだよね。
Yeah, man, I have to stop myself from having ideas. There's always something I wanna do, right? But yeah, I need to get grounded sometimes. Like, okay, like let's work towards that or something like that. Because what if we did this or what if we did that? Like kind of ADD, right? Like you know what? Like at one point we saw this house like in the countryside. It was like on the peak of a mountain. You know, super cheap. Like we could buy it like you know. Nandaki, it was like Gojuman, right? Which, you know, if we save up before we can get that shit, right? And it was like on the peak of a mountain, so it's like totally inaccessible. No one can go there like easily. But I was like, man, we should have a shop there, you know? Like put the clothes in there, and it's like a kind of pilgrimage going up, you know? But once you get there, it's just like chill, you know? It's like relaxed time, like looking in the view, like just relaxing everything. And it's part of like the story, just like you take the time out for yourself to experience things, right? Like this particular place, I forget the name of it, Miko. It was like with the fireflies, right?
ホタルが有名なエリアがあって、
パリに？
パリじゃない、ごめんね。和歌山の話。
Yeah.
名前忘れた、ごめん。
Yeah, it's like so. It's a place that's famous for fireflies. So, you know, like during firefly season.
鮎川だ、そうだ。
Yeah. Near the river and everything.
水が綺麗なところにしかホタルっていなくて、そこすごい水が綺麗で。
So like you drive up to this place, and then like during at nighttime all the fireflies would be out to like light up the area, and you just like chill, you know.
ホタルって見たことある？あるんだ。私なかったんだよね。見てなんかもう感動した。何この虫が光ってるみたいな、なんか
でもあれでしょ、発情っていうかその like ちょっとアピール for あれ違かったっけ？アピール for like
to mating.
Yeah, like mating stuff, right? Yeah, to be beautiful. A lot of
look at my eyes.
Yeah. It's like just like a hell big dick, like go. Like but it's like super bright, you know. It's like the insect's version of a big dick. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like in animals, like there's a lot of stuff like that, right? Like peacocks, like only the men have this like like flamboyant feathers, right?
Yeah.
It's funny, like in Animal Kingdom, or like quite often the male is very like hade, like very gara ga oi toka, otoko no ga. So yeah, maybe human it's the other way around. I don't know how that's happened, but yeah. It's almost like a fashion question, right?
Yeah, it's so fashion in Animal Kingdom. We are animal? We are animals, so.
So his question was like, what we thinking about for next collection?
For
if
next
we
collection.
have already, like, can you talk a bit?
It's confidential?
わかんない。私たちまで考えてないかも。いろいろ話してるけど、それを次やるかどうかはまだわかんなくて。
でもあれでしょ、ファッションってその2期しかないっていうかさ、
年に2回。
AW and SS, right? It's still more. We can change it, the system, like.
I wish. Yeah, and I hope so.
Good question, right?
Yeah. That's definitely something we want to work on.
Yeah, that's why we don't want to say seasons. We started to say collection 1, 2, 3, or we sometimes show like archive collection. だから今回も前回のコレクションも一緒にちょっと持ってってこう一緒に見せたりとかしたり、なんかそんな回転する必要ないと思ってて、いいものはずっと見せればいいし、
いいものはいいものでしょ。
いいものはいいものだから。
別にそうだよね。まあ you can put the same clothing every.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want people to buy clothes and then 6 months later they're like, oh, this is shit.
Yeah.
6 months later they should be feeling like, yo, katane, I bought this item like 6 months ago and fuck, it's good. Like still looking at it, it's dope. Like even looking at it now, it looks better than when I bought it. Right? Like shit. Like I remember like. You know, I remember like when I met my girlfriend, like wearing this, you know, like this kind of thing, or like, you know, like we went on this trip, or, you know, it reminds me of that, or reminds me of something, right? Like, that's important, right? With clothing, it's like this kind of a memory creation, you know? It's like it weaves itself into the fibers, so to speak, you know, like if you get that kind of clothes, right? So. Yeah, this is our intention. I feel anyway. Yeah.
確かにメモリーとクローディングとか面白いもんね。It's interesting, especially なんか僕がっぽい。
その人のなんか特別な思い出とつながるといいなって思ってるよね。
Oh, you guys making like order-made boots in this collection, right?
ね。
It's very like a connected personality of the human みたいな。
すごい多分足の形をこう取ってあなたの足のために作るみたいな、だからその経験もきっと思い出になると思うし、まあその革とかも底とかもこうずっと張り替えたりとか、その革自体もこう英字してほしくてその革選んでたりするから、
This is kind of ultimate, right? Like the clothing made just for you. No one else has it. You know, this is specific for you. You know, this kind of thing.
まあでも結構ブランドとしてその筋が通ってるっていうか、すごいそれは思う。そのなんて言うんだろう、筋が通ってるって何かっていうことだと思うんだけど、
consistent maybe consistency 筋が通ってるの意味わかる？
筋が通って難しいな。
一貫性があるみたいな感じ？
なんつうんだろうね。How do I say？そうでもそこに惹かれる人、なんかその一本のストーリーみたいな木みたいな、そこに惹かれる人が個人的にはすごい増えて欲しいなって思うし、なんかそうこれを聞いてる人も単純に服だわっていう捉え方だけでは済まされない服というか、なんかそんな気がするから。
意味わかる？めっちゃいい素敵なこと言ってくれたよ。素敵なこと言ってくれた。
そうただ見るだけでも面白いし、2人の話を聞くだけでもすごい面白くて、なんか服にとどまんない、だそう何事もとどまんないのがいいな。
Beyond just as garment.
Yeah.
Not
Beyond
just
clothing.
staying as garment.
Yeah, but it also is just clothes.
Yeah, but
because
still, yeah.
Also, like my feeling is like it's just clothes, because person that wears the clothes is what makes the clothes, right? So the person has personality, and that is the clothes. They make the clothes. It's what we do is like a proposition. How do you think? And then if someone feels like, that resonates, or I feel that, then they can wear it, right? Like, so actually I feel like people make the clothes, like who reckons like, oh yeah, that's cool, like I like that, like, or that represents my personality, or like what I want to say about things. Then for me, that like on the other side, like that's kind of cool, so like I said, like I don't want to put on some you would look cooler if you did like this or something, right? Like like I feel like people is already kind of cool that know about our brand and they getting it, that kind of thing. They're kind of cool people, right? Like they already know, like, and then I'm thinking like, how the hell do you know? Like, you could pick up that and the shit, like the way you style it is fucking sick, like, that kind of people. I love to see that, like how people put their personality into the garments, right? And they kind of evolve it to the next level, because I'm just make some small thing, like, just これはどうって感じ then people, they get it and bring it to that next level, and that's what I love to see, right? Like where you take it, I don't know, that kind of feeling.
Okay, then at the last, please say what is Bogan in one word or very short word.
One word?
だから this is
Not one word, sorry. Sorry.
I don't know, I would say so, like,
Like,
it would be like nature or freedom or something like that, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
short word でもいいんだよ。
Short word.
What's a short word? Cha.
Like like what you guys said, right? Like okay, なんでもない。
It's secret, right?
We can't describe by just one word. No?
Oh,
でしょ
that's Bogan.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
what
like
you
there's no,
normally
like-
say.
There's no like catchphrase or something, like it's not like some gimmick, like don't want to push some agenda or something like that, right? Like maybe, I don't know, we want to create the words, right? But the people wearing our garments is creating the sentences, so like each garment is like a word, and people that wear the garments, they're picking those words, like how can they express through our garments, or through themselves, really,
Yeah.
some language, right? Like
だから人間がその服にキャラクターを与えるってことだから、なんだろうね、人と共に美しくなる服みたいな感じなのかな。
It's 言葉 word is so limited
そう
to
ね。
explain this fucking old word.
そんな感じ？
そんな
yeah,
感じ。
yeah, just like yeah, just relax, like do like, I don't know how to say it. Yeah, really.
ね。
That's a true opinion to me. So, まあ express that.
Well, I mean, if we could capture it with words, we would be writers, right? Like, there's a feeling that we're trying to catch in this like space, like some universe or something. Like, we trying to like filter it into some thing, like whether at the moment that's clothes, right? Like, yeah, I feel like for me, like at least like identity, I always feel like clothing is a kind of reaction of people, right? Like, so for example, like identity, if you're thinking about identity, it's like, how do you define yourself? Like, it's about like communication and with your heart and with other people, right? So it's kind of like some soul thing, you know, like it goes quite deep, like you know, like you're thinking about like your ancestors and like your history and like everything you experience, like, you know, riding a bike and like falling off the bike and hitting your knee, or like you try and do some trick to impress someone and you know it fails and you look like a fucking asshole, like, but then you got these ripped jeans and you're like, yeah, but that's kind of sick, like, you know, like these kind of things like build your character, right? Like, so yeah, I forgot what the fuck I was trying to say about like.
Wow. This Chris was like ちょっと music だったわ。Yeah.
I don't know. Like I don't know. We want to express like some something. Yeah, I don't know. Something nice with clothes, right? So like that's why we try and keep things natural, like feeling good, like that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it. Like.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, その通りだよ。そんな感じ。
Okay. Then
Yeah.
as a natural reaction, I want to go to pee. So can I finish this radio program now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to pee as well. Good timing.
Yeah. Okay. It's hard to say like.
やだ。先行ってほしい。
Okay. っていう感じで、終わりたいと思います。ありがとうございました。Peace
Where do we
out.
look?
Peace out.
どこ
Yeah.
Peace out, yeah. Peace out. Chris and Miko from Bogan, producing Wakayama, Shirahama, and Universe. Yeah.